So what is meant by keyword? If I ask you about the keyword, anyone have any idea like what is meant by keyword and all? Don't read from here, okay? I will switch that. So what is meant by keyword? Anyone have any idea like keyword? We hear at many times, no? Hear this word many times like keyword. In real life also we hear that word keyword. Yes. Okay. See. Come, wait. Suppose I went to the bank or we went to the bank. Okay. And here different counter is there. Suppose this is a manager counter. Here is one counter that is a cashier counter and here is the entry gate. Okay. So inside the manager counter who will be there? That is the manager. Inside the cashier's counter who will be there? Cashier, cashier. And inside the on the inside entry gate who will be there? That is the security security guard. Spelling is okay. Okay, so security guard is there, manager is there, and cashier is there. Okay, if you went to the bank, see cashier is there, manager is there, and security guard is there. If you went to the bank, security guard will do the security related work. Manager will do the means it will manage the bank. After that, cashier will do the cash related work. All the cash related work will be done by the cashier. If I tell to cashier like you have to do the security job, and if I tell to security guard like you have to do the cashier job, so they will do or not. If I tell to security guard like you have to do the manager work, so can he will do? Can he will able to do that? No, because manager have some specific task. He knows only that task only. Cashier also have this some specific task. He knows that task only. If you take the another example, that is security guard. Security guard have the security related work, so he knows only that work. If you tell security guards to do the manager work or the cashier work, he will not do that. So because they have some specific task and they will do only the that task only. Okay, same like keyword. Keywords also a reserved word. Okay, keywords are the reserved word and they have some specific task. If we take the example, till now we saw that is the class keyword. Okay, class is a keyword, we saw that. So what is meant by keyword? So keyword means it is a special type of word and they have some reserved task. Okay, or the specific task, we can say that. If we take the example of the class, class is a keyword. What is the task of this class? To create a class. Okay, if you want to create a class, simply we will use the class keyword. If we take the another example here, these all are the keywords. If you want to check the condition, that time we are using if only. New keyword, where is the new is the keyword which is used to create an object. Okay, only it will create only the object, and class keyword only create a class. Okay, they have their specific task only and they will do only that task only. If I create the class with the new keyword, suppose I want to create a class with the new keyword, so can I create that? Can it will be created? No, see, it is giving the error because who will create a class? That is a class keyword. Class keyword is used to create a class. Class have the specific task that it have to create a class, right? If you take the another example, that is new keyword. New keyword is used to create an object. Today we will try to create the object also. So new keyword is used to create an object only. Okay, so with the help of new keyword we can create only object, and with the help of class we can create only class. Okay, so that is the meaning of our keyword. Keyword is nothing but the special type of word and they have some reserved task. Okay, they have some reserved task and they are the reserved word also. Yesterday we saw that if we give the variable name, if we give keyword name as a variable name, so can we able to do that? Can we able to do that? If we give the keyword name as a variable name, so can we be able to do that? No, right? We cannot able to do that. It will be give the error. Okay, so these are the keywords. Keyword means it's a special type of word and they have some specific task or the reserved task, that is only known as the keyword. If you take the real time example, we took this example, that is the bank. Any example you can do that. Okay, if you are learning any concept, no, try to compare that with the in the real life. Okay, try to compare that concept in the real life, you will be easily understand that. Okay, so if we have took this example, like if we went to the bank, here is the cashier, manager, and the security guard. Manager will do the manages bank managers related task. Cashier will do cash related task, and security guard will do the security related task. If you tell security guard to you have to manage the cash related work, so can he will be managed? No, because he has this task that he has to manage the security, right? Cashier have the task, he has to manage the cash related task only. So same like that, we have a keyword. Keyword are the special type of word, and they have some reserved task or the specific task. Then they will do only the that task only. That is only known as the keywords. Okay, we have many types of keywords: abstract, continue, for. If we see here, void also keyword, this also keyword, throw is also keyword, character, int, short, these all are the keywords only. Okay, these all are the keywords only. Public, if you take public, where is the public here? Here is the public, private, protected, these all are the keywords only. Okay, defaults also a keyword, new is a keyword, package is a keyword, these all are the keywords. That is, the float is the keyword. Don't have to remember this all the things. If you do the program, no, that time you will be easily understand this is the keyword. Okay, we will learn one by one this all the keywords. Okay, abstract we will learn in abstraction, for we will learn in the looping concept, new we will learn while we will create an object. Today we will learn the new keyword. Switch, if we, in the control statement only we will use the switch. Go to, go to and constant, but go to and const, they are deprecated from the Java. Okay, this red color, no, this red color keywords is deprecated from the Java, means we are not using that. Okay, they are deprecated from the Java. Means instead of that, all these are the keywords only. Static is a keyword, void is a keyword, super, while, this all are the keywords. If I write a program here, and if I write a main method, so what is the syntax of the main method? Public static void main. Here we have to write string arguments, or array we have to write here also we can write. Okay, if I ask you which are the keywords here, which are the keywords? Class is a keyword, static is a keyword, void, okay, and public is also keyword, string is also keyword. So these all are the keywords here. Okay, this public, static, void, these are the keywords. Main also keyword, main is also a keyword. Yes or no? No, right? Main is a method name. Yesterday I told you how to uh, how to recognize that is a method or not. Simply wherever you are seeing this thing, that is called as the method. Okay, that is the parenthesis. If I write here Java, so Java is this a method name. Okay, this is a method name, and how to recognize that? Just parenthesis you have to see. Okay, parenthesis you have to see. If you are seeing anywhere this parenthesis means this is called as the method, or we can say that that is a function. Function and method are the same thing. See, whenever I ask you from where GVM will start executions, what you will say? From the from where GVM will start execution? Main method, right? What you are saying, main method means what is the name of this method? That is the main. This is called as the main method. Always remember that if you run the program, JVM will not come from here. JVM will start from here only. Whatever you write inside the main method, it will be executed. Okay, so that is known as the keyword. Keyword are the special type of words, and they have some specific task or the reserved task. If you take the example, class keyword, class keyword are used to create a class only, and it will do only the that task only. Okay, public, static, void, they have also specific task, and they will do only the that task only. That is only called as these keywords. Here, this test is a class name. Test is equals to, no, that is a reference variable it will be given. So I will tell you, like, this is the class name, no? While we learn the constructor, you will easily understand what is this. Okay, so this is a test. Test is a class name here only. Okay, after that here, this is a main method, right? Already knows that everyone knows that this thing, and this is a keyword, which is the keyword here: public, class, static, void, string. These all are the keywords only. Okay, and they have only that task only. So that is known as the keyword. This is all about the keywords. Anyone have any doubt here in the keyword? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt here inside the keywords? No? Can we move? Okay. So this is a literal. So what is meant by literals here? Okay. So what is meant by literals is the value assigned to a variable is known as the literal. If you take the example, simple will come here. Int a int a equals to 10 I'm writing. So which is the literal here? A. Int, what is int? Int is the data type. A means variable, we saw that yesterday. Is equals to means operator, assignment operator. Operator we didn't saw, but this is a operator here, and this 10 is a value. But from now we can say that this is a literal value assigned to the variable. Okay, the value which is assigned to the variable, that is only known as the literal. Okay, the value which is assigned to the variable, that is called as the literal. So here, which value is assigned to this variable? That is the 10, right? Which value is assigned to this variable? That is the 10. So which is literal here? 10 is a literal here. If I take the another example, sorry, so which is literal here? Java is a literal. If I take another example, which is literal here? 1.2. 1.2 is a literal here. So we have here we have a 10. Here we have a Java is literal, and here 1.2 is a literal. Okay. So the value assigned to the variable. Which is variable here? Which is the variable? A is the variable. Here name is the variable. Here n is the variable. Which type of variable is this? Int type of variable. Which type of variable is this? And which type of variable is this? Float. So these are all are the variables, and these are all are the literals. So literals have the various types, like a string literal, float literal, integer literal, null literal, character, and the boolean literal. So how you will recognize that which type of literal is that? So suppose if you take the example, which type of literal is this? So which type of variable is this? And which type of value is this? Int only, no? Which type of value is this? Int. So this is called as the integer literal. Now this one, which type of value is this? So which type of literal is this? String literal. Which type of value is this one? So which type of literal is this? Float literal. These are the easy concepts only, like a string literal, float, integer. If you take the example, so this is the example. See here, this one is the string inside the integer literal 56, 164. This one, this all are the literals. Boolean, true, false. These are all the literals. Character, single character is literal. Inside the null means if you assign any null value, that is called as the null literal. 153.56. If you take this one, that is the float literal. These are all are the float literals only. Easy concept. Easy. Anyone have any doubt in this? Anyone have any doubt? No? Okay. Now we will move to the another concept, that is the identifier. So what is meant by identifier? So, okay. So identifier means what? The identifier means any name. Okay. Identifier means any name. That can be a variable name, that can be a method name, that can be a class name, or that can be an interface name. But till now we know that is the what is meant by variable name and what is the class name. Identifier means any name. Okay, identifier means any name, like a variable we can take, method we can take, class or interface. That all are the identifier only. If you take the ours examples, so which is identifier here? How many identifiers are here? How many? How many identifiers present in this class? Identifier is any name. That can be a class name, variable name, method name. We can say that. How many identifiers are here? Five, five, two, three, five, six, seven, okay, 13, 14, okay. Okay. See, first we will take the class name. Identifier, I said that that is the identifier is a class name. I am not saying that here it is written. That is identifier is a class name. So how many classes we have here? Only one. So this is one. One. So how many? One now. After that, identifier is a any method name also. So this is the method we have. So here is the method name. This is a, another identifier. Two, right? After that, identifier is any variable name. So this is the variable. 3, 4, and the 5. So 5 identifier we have inside in our class. Okay. So this test is a, we have counted that also. So this is the class name. Class name means the identifier. Variable name means the identifier. or any method name you can take, that is also identifier. If you create object also, object name also identifier. Okay. Okay, so if we take the example, if I show you the example, like see here, class name, these are identifier. Here if we take the variable examples, I is a identifier, this interface test is a identifier, and after that this add, these are also identifier, right? So if we want to remember this thing, that is the identifier, how we will remember that? If I came here, if you are going somewhere and if you want to recognize your friend, how you recognize? By the name, right? By the name we can recognize easily, right? This is the that person only, right? So that is called as the identifier. Identifier means any name, that can be a variable name, that can be a method name, class name, or the interface name. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till here? No? Anyone have any doubt? Inside the identifier or inside the literal? Easy only, no? Yes? Okay. So now we will move to the another part, that is the method. How we will declare a method. So how we will declare the method is simply here we have to write like a public, then we have to write return type, method name, then parameter list. We can it is on our wish, we can write or we cannot write, it is on our wish only. Okay, so first we need to write the access specifier, then we need to write return type, then we need to write method name, then we need to write parameter list, means this parenthesis open, parenthesis close, and after that simply we have to write curly braces open and curly braces close. Okay, don't worry about this return types. I know many people are confused between this thing, that is what is meant by return type, right? I told you everything. Simply we will come here and we will try to make a method here. So how we will create a method? Okay, so how to create a method? What is the syntax for that? Simply first we need to write access specifier. So I will write here public. Okay, after that return type we have to write. So any return type we can write, that is the integer, float, anything, string. Or if you don't want to return anything, that time simply we will write void. Okay, if you don't want to return anything, that time simply we will write void. So for now we will not write integer and all, simply we will write here void, because it will not return anything. Here also we have a void only, see, which is the return type here, that is the void. Okay, so this is the access modifier, this is the return type. After that what we need to write? Method name, anything we can write. So suppose I am writing here add or display, any name you can write. Okay, any name, no worries. Display you have to write like that. After that parenthesis open close, and after that curly braces open and close. Okay, so this is called as the method. How we will create a method? Access specifier, return type, method name, after that parenthesis open and parenthesis close, and then we have to write a curly braces open, curly braces close. Suppose I want to print anything here, how we will print that? System.out we will write, and here we will write not first method. I am writing simply here first method. Okay, when we call this method, that time what it will be print? First method. Now if I run this one, so can it will be print first method? Now if I print this one, so can it will print first method? No. If I run this one, it is not printing anything. Why? GVM will come into the main method. It will be see here, nothing is there. So what it will do? He will come outside from this one, and he will come outside from this door. Yeah. So if you want to call this one, so how we will call that? We have to create an object first, and with the help of object, we can call this method. So how to create an object? If you want to create an object, we have some syntax. So which syntax? First we need to write a class name. After that we have to write here object name, equals to operator we have to give. Then new keyword we have to do. After that class name and parenthesis open and close and semicolon. Which is object here? This is the object here. New keywords, I told you what is the use of new keywords? It will create a object. What is the use of this class? It will create a class, it will create a object. Okay, so what is the syntax of the object? If you want to create an object, what is the syntax? Class name, object name, equals to operator, then new and the class name, parenthesis open close and the semicolon. Now we will try to create an object for our class. So what we need to do first? Class name we have to write. What is the class name? See upside. What is the class name? Test. After that, we have to write a object name. Anything we can write. So for simply, I am writing here obj. Anything you can write. Okay. If you want to write anything, any object name you can write. After that, equal to operator. Then new. After that, class name. Class name, which is the class name here? Text. After that, parenthesis open close, and simply we have to give a semicolon. Done. Done till here. Now, if you call this one, so can it will call a method? No, it will not call a method. We have created the object, but what we need to do with the help of object, we have to call this method. So how we will call that? Simply we have to write here object dot, and simply we have to write our method name. So which is method name here? Display. So simple this method name we have to write here with the parenthesis also. Okay. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? GVM will come here into the main method. I have commented this one is GVM will ignore this one. Okay. This line I have commented, that's why it will be ignored. After that here it will be create an object. GVM will create an object because we have used here new keyword. With the help of new keyword it will create an object. And which class object we are creating here? Which is the class? Test class object we are creating here. See here, which is the class here? What is the class name? Test. So which class object is this? Test class object. No, which class object is this? That is the test class object. This object is a test class object. Okay. After that, obj dot display. So which class object this? Which class object this is? That is the test class object. So it will see the display method into the test class. What it will be see? It will be see display method into the test class. So it will be see like that. Where is the display method? So here is the display method. It will be come outside from this one. After that, whatever we write here, it will print that. After that, it will become outside from this. Here it will become, and here it is the semicolon. Semicolon are used to stop the instruction. Okay, here we are stopping the instruction. After that, from here it will be stop this instruction. From here it will become outside, and from here also it will be come outside. It will be work like that. Now we will try to run this one. First method means now our method is calling it. How our method is calling? Simply we have created the object here, and with the help of object we are calling the method name. Right? Which is the method name here? That is the display method. So what it will do? It will see that which class object is one? That is the test class object. So it will be see this display method in the test class. So which is the test? Which is the where is the display method? Here is the display method. So it will become inside from this one. It will print first method on the console because we wrote here system.out.println. It will print first method on the console. After that, it will become outside from this thing. Here it will become. Here we have ended this instruction, and from here it will become outside. From here it will become outside. Easy. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till now? No. No or yes? No. Okay. Suppose now another thing is that I will remove this thing. Otherwise, you will be confused. Now another thing we will take that. Suppose I am writing here anything. I am writing this time here int a. So what does this mean? So this is called as the parameter. So whatever we write inside the parenthesis, that is called as the parameter. Okay, that is called as the parameter. Whatever we write inside the parenthesis, that is called as the parameter. If you see this diagram also, so this is the parameter here, int a and the int b. These both are the parameter. But now what parameter we have here? That's the int a. Anything you can write here. If you are writing here string name also, so this is also parameter. Okay, this is also parameter. Now how to call that? It is giving the error this time. If I run this one also, so it will give you the error. See, it is giving the error. So why it is giving the error? So here from here it will be create an object. After that object dot display. Okay, it will be see object dot display. But here we didn't added anything. So what this method is saying now, if you want to call this, okay, if you want to call this, you have to pass one string value. Which type of variable we have passed here? String value. If I wrote here, that is the integer. So what it will be see? It will be say now. If you want to call this one, which value we have to pass? Integer value. Okay, integer value we have to pass. If I write here character means, if you want to call this display method, you have to pass one character value. Okay, now if I write here string only, and if I want to call this one, how we will call that? Simply we have to write here any string value. A string value we will write into the double quote. Double quote we will write, right? So simply I am writing here Java. Okay, string value I am passing from here. Now if I run this one, so now this is called. So now what this method is saying, we want to call this one, you have to pass one string value. So I have passed here, I have passed one string value from here. So this is called as the argument, and this is called as the parameter, not string, parameter. Okay, this is called as the argument, and this is called as the parameter. Whatever we write inside the method parenthesis, okay, whatever we write inside the parenthesis, that is called as the parameter. Okay, here is the method. Inside the parenthesis, if you write anything, that is called as the parameter. And while calling the method, if you pass any value, that is called as the argument. Okay, this is the argument, and this is the parameter here. Okay, don't confuse between that. This is the parameter. Java will also print. Okay, so see, I am passing Java from here. So what is happening here? This Java will assign to this name. Okay, if I pass Java from here, so it will assign to this name. So what is the value of name now? Java. What is the value of name now? That is the Java. If I want to print that, what we need to do? Simple, we have to print it here. Simple, we have to write here name. What is the value of name? Java. If I print this, means what it will be? It have to print Java. Right. If I want to print anything, like suppose I want to write here string, so how will you write that? We have to write here double quote. Hello, I am writing, and plus I am giving it. Plus means the concatenate. Okay. Plus means the concatenate here. Okay. It will be separate this thing, and it will be separate this thing from here. So what it will print now? That is the hello and the Java. See, hello Java it is printed. Okay. This is called as the, what is this mean? What is this called? And what is this called? Argument. Now if I take the another example, like here I am writing int a. Okay, simply I am writing here int a, and from here what we need to pass. Now if I want to call that method, what we need to pass? Here is int a. If I want to call this method, which value we have to pass? Here integer value, right? If you want to call this method, we have to pass one integer value. What this method is saying? See, if you want to call this method, you have to pass one integer value. This method is saying. So what we need to do? While calling from here, you have to pass one integer value. So simply I am passing here 10. Okay. What value I am passing here? There is a 10. Now what is the value of a here? 10. If I run this one, so hello is printing. Why a is not printing? Your did not print. So it will print hello and 10. You can add also. Yes, it will be print. If I print this one also, so it will be print. Yes, yes. Because we have to separate. We have to separate string. We have to separate the other variable also. Otherwise, it will be give you the error. Okay. So see. So a we have wrote here. Now we cannot take only the one variable here. We can take the number of variable also. It is not compulsory to take only one variable, one parameter here. We can, if you are not taking any parameter also, that is also okay. If you are taking the number of parameter here also, that is also okay. Now we have to take only the one parameter. If I take another variable here, b. So now if I want to call this method, what we need to do? What we need to do now? We have to pass how much value? Two value. First value is integer, and another value is the. So we have wrote here 10. Another value I will wrote here 20. So what is the value of a here? What is the value of b here? 20. We can add it also, right? Plus we have to write simply a plus b. So a plus b, 10 plus 20. How much we will get? So we can make the program like product division like that also, right? If I write here is string value. Now what we need to do? Which value we have to pass if we want to call this one? First value, which value we have to pass? Integer. And another value? So 10 I will pass it here, and string we have to pass it here. So in double quote, what we need to do? Any string we have to follow. If I want to print this one, A I will write, and plus if I write B. So how it will print? 10 10 and Java. But if I want to write a string directly, what we need to do? Simply we have to write into the double quote, plus and the double quote. This is a concatenate. This will be separate. Okay. Suppose I wrote like that. Okay. And if I print this one, so it is printing like that. But if I want a space between here, so how will write that? Simply you can write double quote and simply you have to write plus, and you have to give here space. Okay, so what it will print? Value of A, then it will give you the space, then it will print the value of B. See, 10 space Java. Okay, what it is printing? That is 10 space Java. Anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? No? Yes, bro. B string, B is in the string. Double quotes, you can write double quotes anytime here. No, 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 we cannot put this. Okay, you are saying like this one. No? It is a string, and if you print like that, so it cannot be this like that. No, no, we cannot print like. It will print only the B. Okay, if I print this one, it is printing only the B. We have a value, no, so we have to print like that because that is a variable. We print like that, so it will print the A space jump. Okay, so anyone have any problem here till here? Object, how to create an object? See, to create an object, we have one syntax. Which is the syntax? We have to write a here class name. First, we need to write a class name. Okay. Then we have to write here object name. After that, equals to. Okay. Then new keywords we have to write, and again we have to write here class name, parenthesis open close, and the semicolon. So this is the syntax to create a object. If you follow this syntax, you can easily create a object. Which is the object here? This is the object. And which keyword is used to create an object? That is a new keyword. New keyword is creating object. Okay. So which is the object here? That is the whatever object we will use, that is called as the object. So we will follow the syntax. Class name we have to write. So which is the class name? See here, test. Test is a class name. So I wrote here the test. After that, object name we have to write. So any object name you can write. Anything you can, not obj, anything. If I write here demo also, so demo now demo is an object. Anything you can write, not is the obj and all. It is not compulsory. You can give your name also. You can give Java also. Anything you can. Single word also you can. Okay. So this obj we will write. After that, new keyword we will write, and again we have to write a class name. So which is a class name here? That is a test. So I am writing here test. Okay. After curly braces, so parenthesis open close, and here simply I wrote semicolon. After that, if you want to call this method, we have to write simple object. Then we have to write here dot and display. Method name we have to write. Which is the method? The display we have to write. Now here we have one integer and we have a string. So what this method is saying, if you want to call this method, you have to pass first integer value, then you have to give the comma, and after that you have to pass the string value. So simply same I am doing here. First I am passing an integer value, and after that same I am passing a string type of value. What is the value of this A? That is the whatever value from value we are passing from here. 10. What is the value of this B here? That is the charge. Okay. If you are not passing this thing also, that is also okay. If you don't want to pass this value, so that is also okay. That time also it will be print. Whatever we write here, that will also. Okay. So what this method is saying now, if you want to call this method, simply you can call like that. So it will be called because we didn't pass anything there. So if I run this one, see, hello, easy, easy. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till here? No. So what is the assignment for the today is you have to create a program. That is, you have to create a method, and in that method you can create an add method or subtract method. Different method also you can create, or otherwise you have to take two parameter like that, int a comma int b, and you have to add it here. Okay, like addition you have to write like this one. I will create one addition, and you have to write some operation for addition. How we will write that? You have to write. Okay, how we will create that? You have to add a plus b and you have to print that addition, and it will be print. Okay, you have to print addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Okay, okay, easy, no? You will do that, no? Yeah. Yes, I know that. Okay. So that is the work for today, and that is the assignment for today. Another thing we will see tomorrow. Okay. And Hari will also give the another assignment that also you have to do. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. You can do your work.